The Canes. Okay, well, let's just get this out of the way. Every single year, we sit here and talk about this is the year. This is the year. Miami. They do all this. They do this. And every single year, that's just some boneheaded thing. Last year, it's does he know how to kneel? I will go ahead and say this team has. You ready for this? Clip this, everybody. This team has the talent on paper to win the ACC and be a top seed, one of the top seeds in the playoff. I believe that on paper. The the ability to perform with what is on paper will though just seemingly just so far away for them, and so I don't know.
Well, yeah, Dr. Bob already said it a few minutes ago. Let's see. Here it is. Cristobal coaches down to opponents. I was at the Civil War game in 2019 because Dr. Bob has evidently been at every college football game ever. When he had Herbert as a senior and Penei Sewell at left tackle, and that game was in doubt until Tristan Gebbia threw a pick. Also, same year, they opened up with Auburn. Auburn had a true freshman quarterback, Bo Nix. In the second half, I don't think they let Herbert throw the ball down the field one time. That's who Cristobal is. We know who Cristobal is, right? So yeah. We're expecting them to lose games that they should win.
But here's the thing, Will. The talent acquisition at some point has to pay off, right? Like at some point it has to click.
It was good this year. Look at their portal class, second in the ACC, right behind Louisville. And I would argue that they had a better portal class. Louisville's is ranked higher because they brought in 30 guys. Miami didn't bring that much, but I think their quality is better. They bring in Cam Moore to play quarterback. Instant upgrade there. Damian Martinez, a running back from Oregon State. Sam Brown, Houston wide receiver. Marley Cook, defensive line from Middle Tennessee State. And Michelle Powell, another guy from Washington State. 24/7, all notes those guys as 4 stars, 4-star transfers.
Yeah, I'm looking, kind of through some of these names, Will, and I mean, obviously we have to start. He's the thumbnail, Cam Ward. I mean, is this going to be another De'Aaron King situation? Where you bring in a guy who's super, talented at the G5 level. But I'm going to tell you one thing, like maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I think, yeah. I'm thinking Cam Ward hits here. Like I'm thinking Cam Ward hits. They have a quarterback who is consistent and dynamic and a problem. I think Cam Ward, let's go ahead and book it. I want people to clip this. So in October, I think Cam Ward's going to be on a midseason Heisman list. Let's just roll with it. That's going to be one of my crazy, out of their projections. They've got talent. I think it's going to hit. Offensive line, though, which is what Cristobal is supposed to be his bread and butter, could be one of the weaker spots. And I know that's something you were looking at.
Yeah, it's a big question mark, but Cristobal's an offensive line coach. I think he can coach him up and improve that. Ruben Bain, a dog. Was it a beast? A freshman All-American, going to be a first-round pick. They bring back linebacker Francisco Mauigoa.
He's good.
No clue how to say that name. He comes back for his senior year. Those two guys coming off the edge, they combined for 15 sacks last year. So they've got the pass rushers. They've got skill players coming back. Leading receiver Xavier Restrepo and Jacoby George come back. So the talent's there. They were just missing the quarterback. And Cam Ward's a guy, if your offensive line protection breaks down, he can get out of the pocket. We saw him do it at Washington State. Keep the play alive. I like this team. I think the talent's there, but we know they're going to drop a game. I'm going to put their ceiling at 11-1 and their floor right there at 9-3. TriStar says it there. Miami has a favorable schedule. I agree. And they can just roll out of bed and win most of these games.
Yeah, you look at, up until that first bye week on October the 12th, I mean, Florida A&M, Ball State, USF, Virginia Tech, Cal. I think this might be crazy to think. I mean, if you can win the Florida game, I think you can beat Virginia Tech. You could legitimately start off 6-0. And then you kind of get into the meat of your schedule where you have a bye week on either side of it, but can you take 2 out of 4 from that, 3 out of 4 from that? If you can take 3 out of 4 from there, I think you're playing in Charlotte if you're Miami. Like if you can do that. Yeah. So I've got the ceiling for Miami. We've talked a lot about them here. I'm going the ceiling. I think if yours holds true with what you're sticking on your notes here, I'm going just below that because I do think this is a team that could win 11 games. But I think due to, unless we see a drastic change from an in-game coaching, standpoint, I'm going to sit with 10-2 being the ceiling, and I'm going to go 8-4 as the floor. I'm going to maintain that, plus minus 2, because I think this team that has too much talent to lose more than four games. But who knows? Who knows? I'm going to be honest with you. I want Miami to win.
I think it's a make or break year for Mario. And yeah, Miami, when Miami's at the top, college football is better for it. I don't think anybody would argue that. But it's a make or break year for Mario. He's got too good of a team to not finish below third in the ACC. I think he may get a reprieve if they finish third because, like you said, that 4-game stretch, tricky. At Louisville, FSU, Duke, at Georgia Tech, tricky 4-game stretch.
Yeah, it's tricky, and it's going to be interesting to see kind of how they roll with that. But Miami as a team, it's a lot of boomer bust potential there.